Hey guys, this is Din.
And this is Rish.
And this is our segment for Ocarina of Time 3D. Woo!
We are going to talk about some of the bosses because as a lot of you guys know from reading the news on the site, you can now actually do a boss battle mode where you can challenge one or all of the bosses in a row.
Without getting any health. That'll be interesting.
You know what? I think I'll be just fine.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. So, we want to talk about
all the different kinds of bosses that you'll be facing.
And what the heck are they?
Because a lot of them, you know what? They have their name, but it doesn't seem to be what it's named.
Alright, so let's start with number 1. We've got Goma, the parasitic armored arachnid.
Now, you know what? It's not really like a spider.
She looks like a spider when you're fighting her. And she's got legs everywhere, and she's, got that big scary eye.
But when she first drops down, she's like up on like the one leg, which is kind of a tail, and kind of flipping her arms at you. And
if you look at the artwork, she's got like pincers like a lobster.
You know what? Almost looks like a face hugger from Aliens, minus the eye thing.
Yeah, and what's with the eye? I thought spiders were supposed to have lots of eyes. She's just got one big one.
One giant one. I don't know, but I mean, she gives birth to little tiny
But they're not spiders either.
They're kind of spiders, but not really.
They've only got 2 legs.
Yeah, you know what? She's really confusing. But you know what? Let's talk about King Dodongo.
Okay. King Dodongo, the infernal dinosaur.
I agree. 100%. He's a dinosaur. I've said it last podcast, and I say it again. He's a dinosaur.
But if he's a dinosaur, but he has to be a Dodongo too. And the other Dodongos you find in the temple only have 2 legs and a tail, and they breathe fire at you. And King Dodongo's got 4, and he's like 5 times as big.
You know what? I've got an answer for that.
Okay.
He's either an adult Dodongo.
So what? The ones
and all the other ones are babies.
I was gonna say, so the babies are the ones that are killing me?
Yes.
Oh.
Or he's a more evolved version of Dodongos. Either just because that's the way nature intended, or because of Ganon's evil magic.
Ooh, that's actually a pretty good idea. I like that idea. I can go along with that one.
Alright, so let's look at the third boss.
We got Baronade, bioelectric anemone. Well, I don't think she looks like an anemone at all.
I'm just not quite sure what to say about this thing. It's got like jellyfish attached to it and it shoots electricity at me.
Well, I get the electricity thing with the anemone bioelectric thing, but she's got like satellite dishes on her. Have you ever noticed that? Right at the first...
That shoots the electricity at you.
Yeah! What's that about?
That's where the electricity comes in.
I guess, but why? I don't... She looks more like an organ to me, like
a heart?
Like a heart, but
that has armor plating and shoots electricity at you.
Well, hearts have electricity? And the pacemaker thing?
Yes, they do send signals using electrical impulses.
So then you become an adult and you face Phantom Ganon, evil spirit from beyond.
Which isn't all that evil and isn't all that difficult.
How is he not that evil?
He's just a puppet.
I guess.
He doesn't... I don't think he really exists.
Well,
he's just a phantom. He's a ghostly specter.
Ghost. There's not much to talk about what he is. He's an evil spirit.
You kill him again and gets all upset and says that he sucks at doing what he does and sends him away. That's it.
Then we get Volvagia, the subterranean lava dragon. Now, we find out that she's kind of been around for a while, and then gets all flustered when Ganondorf comes around and starts eating Gorons. So, she's a lava dragon. That one's
straightforward.
How does she fly? She doesn't have wings.
Ganon's evil magic.
That
is my answer.
That is such a simple answer.
And you know what? It works. It is a simple answer that works.
Okay.
Evil magic, flying.
Okay.
Evil magic, big dragon dinosaur thing.
She's not even that big. But anyway. And then we go to the water temple, and we get Morpha, the giant aquatic amoeba.
Well, you get to meet her after you deal with all the headache of the water temple.
Yeah.
But I digress.
I have such a theory on Morpha.
Okay, go ahead, Deb.
Okay.
It's all yours.
Okay, anybody who's taken biology, here's your miniature Zelda biology lesson. So, amoebas, real ones, like in the real world, are made of jelly. And that's the best way to describe it. And
Not the jelly you put on toast, though, guys.
No, like gel, like the gooey stuff. And they push it around in their body, and that's how they make their little feet, and how they take in food and that kind of thing. Now, Morpha, when you walk into the room, Navi freaks out and tells you that that's not normal water. That's because it isn't water. This is my theory. It's actually Morpha's jelly, because she's an amoeba. And then that's what she makes her tentacles out of. They grab a hold of you and throw you against the spike strip.
And then when you destroy her, it all disappears.
All of it, it just goes, because it's all part of her. So you know what that means, Rish?
What's that mean?
When you fall into the water, you're inside her.
Gross.
Yucky.
Gross.
Anyway.
Moving on. One of my favorite bosses, Bongo Bongo,
The
Phantom Shadow Beast.
There's not much to say, I'm sorry.
His name says it all. He loves bongos. He loves long floats on the beach and setting fires to Kakariko Village.
There you go. You just made a dating profile.
I was going to say, if you look carefully on Lava Life, you'll find his dating profile.
There's not much to say about what he is. He's just a shadow beast with disembodied hands.
From the Dark Realm.
You think he's from the Dark Realm?
That's all I've got to say. From the Dark Realm.
I think that's pretty non-debatable.
That's pretty straightforward right there. Shadow Beast, Dark Realm. There we go.
And then we get Twin Rova, the Sorceress Sisters.
The surrogate mothers of Ganon.
Right, who are supposedly Gerudo.
I have to say, Dark Realm.
What Dark Realm? What? You gotta be more descriptive than that.
Dark Realm because they use dark magic or like black magic. I can't remember exactly what the line is.
I think Nibiru says it's black magic.
Which equates to Dark World, Dark Realm.
Okay, so you don't think they're Gerudo, you think they're...
No. And I mean, they have magic that, for whatever apparent reason, really good at hurting each other, so that'd be great, you know, if they're having an argument, but really bad when the hero of time shows up, kicks in your door, and decides to deflect your magic at your sister.
Yeah, so then they get the bright idea to become one, so he can't do that, and then he just stores magic in the shield, and that
hurts them even more.
Always a good time. Yeah, I can go along with it. They're from the Dark Realm, because, you know, they're 400 years old.
So, pretty much, in the end, when it comes to all these guys, I got one word. 2 words, actually. Dark Realm. Or Dark Magic.
I don't think so. I think some of them are just causes of magic. Especially, Volvagia was around for a long time. They said that, and...
Resurrected by Dark Magic.
Okay. I see where you're gonna go with this. I'm not gonna argue this one.
Ganon is a bad guy.
And then we get the King of Evil, Ganondorf, who we don't really need to explain.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, no. He's not from the Dark Realm!
I know he's not. That's why I'm not saying anything.
I found one! He's not from the Dark Realm. He's from Gerudo, just up the street from the castle.
He just draws power from the Dark Realm.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here, I got one. So then... After you defeat Ganondorf and the tower collapses, then the Triforce of Power runs rampant and reanimates his body and makes him a pig monster. Ganon.
Corruption.
By the Triforce of Power.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Right.
Including your body, making you a pig monster.
Right, but that doesn't have anything to do with Dark Realm.
It mixes with magic from the Dark Realm?
No, you're pushing now.
Okay, I tried. I'm sorry, guys. I really did try there.
So, what do you guys think? What do you think these bosses actually are, or what they're made of? Are they all from the Dark Realm? And let us know in the comments.
Let's see it down there below.
And, so what do you think? Do you think you can do a full boss run?
I think I can
On the
totally
new 3DS?
I'm going to have some trouble. We'll see, because I haven't played it on the 3DS before, so we'll see. But you know what, Din? Are you going to have any trouble with it?
I think I can do it. I think it's going to be great. I think I'm going to do really well. And when I get to Bongo Bongo, I'll just hand the controller over to you, and then I'll take it back. And then I'll be good!
Oh yeah, you don't like Bongo Bongo, do you?
No, he's the only boss that can still hit me. And by hit me, I mean usually almost kills me.
And you know what? I love Bongo Bongo.
I know.
He's not a bad guy, you know? You hang out with him a bit, and you help him with his dating profile.
I was going to say, you're like trying to get Bongo Bongo dates.
Well, he's not
doesn't-
that bad of a guy.
He's not that good looking. I think you'll have trouble with that one.
Hey, you know what? It's not all about looks sometimes.
That's true.
Bongo Bongo will find a nice, evil girl shadow beast out there somewhere, I'm sure.
Maybe we can hook him and Twin Rova up. That might work.
I'm not sure I want to put him through that.
No? Okay.
Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to this segment of the podcast, and we'll move on to the next section.